This man was cleaning the floor of his apartment when he suddenly heard gunshots coming from below. Startled, he bent down to listen when a bullet tore right through the floor. He jumped back in shock. Peeking through the bullet hole, he realized the neighbor downstairs had shot himself. Out of curiosity, he grabbed a steel pipe and widened the hole. Then, leaning down, he called out. When he was sure there were no zombies, he tied a rope and climbed down. Inside, he found 2 bodies on the sofa. One had a bite mark, and the man immediately understood what had happened. The first shot must have been the old neighbor shooting his already mutated wife. He searched the kitchen for food, and before leaving, he took the old man's hunting rifle. With the rifle in hand, his courage returned. He opened his own door and stepped outside. When he reached the ground floor, he saw that the main entrance was wide open. 2 zombies were standing outside. They were looking around when he quickly slammed the door shut. After that, he began searching every apartment for supplies. Whenever he found a zombie inside, he locked the door and marked it. By the end, he had gathered all the useful things in the building. Not much, but enough to last for a while. Later, when he went toward the elevator with his supplies, he found an old zombie trapped inside. Instead of killing it, he used a belt to keep it locked in there. Days passed, and his life became strange and lonely. He would listen to music, jog in the hallway, and when bored, he'd shoot toy guns at zombies, looking like a total amateur. But nights were still terrifying. In his dreams, zombies would rip him apart, maybe because he hadn't spoken to another living person in so long. The zombie in the elevator became his only companion. Time dragged on like this, until one day he spotted a stray cat. He quickly rushed downstairs and tried to lure it with food, but in this cruel world, the cat was cautious and ran away. Desperate, he took the risk of going outside, but instead of finding the cat, he was spotted by a zombie. He hurried into a car to hide, only for another zombie to shove him into the back seat and force the door open. Somehow, he escaped and made it back to his apartment, but noticed blood on his hand. It felt like he'd been bitten. Back inside, he began checking for signs of infection. To him, death was better than turning into a zombie, so he placed the rifle under his chin and sat there all night. Suddenly, a gunshot rang out. The sound jolted him awake. Thankfully, the bullet had missed, and he hadn't become a zombie.